All right, now before I forget, I did want to show this off. This poster here is a reproduction of Walt Disney's copyright submission for Mickey Mouse. And I thought it was pretty cool. So this video is one of my favorite kinds of videos on YouTube, at least as far as the tech community goes. We are going to go over what is in my camera bag for 2020. Now before we can go over what's even in the bag, we gotta talk about the bag first at least, right? We gotta talk about the bag. So, oh god. This is my camera bag. It is the Lowepro Fastpak 250 AW something. Yeah. There is a smaller version, the 150. This can carry up to a 15-inch laptop. The 150 can carry an 11-inch laptop. And obviously the bag's a little smaller. I think the numbers have to do with the liter size or something. Anyway, this is the bigger one. I love this bag for a few reasons, one of which is this side pocket here, the side access. So when you're walking around, you can swing your bag to the side, open it up, grab your camera, take a picture, take a video real quick, pop it back in there, and you're good to go. Now Lowepro is known for making really high quality gear, and this is no exception. It's come with me to Italy, it's made it on several audio road trips and flights. It served me really well, and also it has just the right amount of space. As a micro 4/3 shooter with the Lumix, which we'll talk about in a second, everything's smaller, so you don't need a ginormous backpack like if you're shooting with full frame or even APS-C size sensors. So lenses are smaller, body's smaller, be able to fit everything you need right in here. And also, these are real important. The chest and waist straps, these things here, when you're wearing it, able to close this, redistribute the weight. But I'd say that's enough about the actual bag itself. Let's get to the good stuff and let's get to what's inside the bag. So now in the top pocket here, I have a little baby pocket, which houses all of my cables and batteries and other assorted things. I carry around a micro USB and a USB Type-C cable in here, as well as I just finished a roll of Portra 800, Kodak Portra 800, which we'll talk about the camera in a little bit, and then spare batteries from my Lumix. So if we unzip the top pocket, we're going to get, I got a laptop charger and this flashlight. This is the Anker Boulder flashlight. It is extremely bright. I think it does like 900 lumens or something like that. Really bright, really good, especially when I'm on gigs. Theaters get dark, and so it's real good to have something like that to just brighten things up. I got a little JBL Go 2 here. I've been talking about this. I mentioned since getting the Meepo V3 that I've been carrying the skate tool around with me everywhere, and this bag is no exception. Ibuprofen. You never know when you need a little help getting through the day. You got your passport here, because I always travel with my passport. I never use my driver's license, because in the US for domestic flights you can get away with your driver's license, but it just feels weird to me. I don't like it, so passport. And then I have assorted pens and Sharpies and pencils. This battery pack right here is a godsend. It is a no, that's a lie. No, I was right. It is a 20,000 milliamp hour battery pack. However, it has USB Type-C quick charging, as well as USB 3.0 quick charging and a USB 2.0 charger. That puts out enough power to charge a MacBook Pro, which I don't have, but I can charge. I've charged my laptops off of that, I've charged cameras off of that, I've charged phones off of it. Always an SD card container to hold. You never know when you're gonna need an extra SD card. It's important to keep one of those in there, along with a cleaning cloth, microfiber cloth, because you want to take care of your glass, take care of your lenses. Okay, now it's time for some of the fun stuff. Up next, we have the DJI Mavic Air. Here's the Mavic Air controller, you can see that, and then if we unzip this, you can see the actual Mavic Air itself. Sorry, if we unzip it, you see the Mavic Air. I am so in love with this little drone. It does so much, so well. I mean, if you follow tech YouTube at all, you know that this drone is magic. It captures amazing video, especially for its size. It is so easy to travel with. It folds up so small. 4K 24, 1080p, 120 frames per second. It's got all the slow-mo, 2.7K at 60 frames per second, 8 gigabytes of built-in storage, and then I also have a 64 gigabyte Extreme Pro micro SD in here. It's a UHS 2 class 3. That's really important for your drone because you need 100 megabytes per second write speed to capture the 4K video properly, otherwise you start losing fidelity. That is not a cheap micro SD card by any stretch of the imagination, but it is necessary. So as you can see, all of this stuff here is this all lives in that top portion. So this bag can really hold a lot of stuff. I'm gonna put all this back and then we'll go over the back portion. All right, now in the back pocket here, I have a Microsoft Surface. This is just a work laptop, but works for me. And then also carry around a journal. Okay, time for the good pocket. This whole bottom section unzips. Oh, I'm skipping a pocket actually, whoops. So first we gotta do this front pocket here behind the flap. And in here is where I keep all my ND filters. You see that, ND filter. I probably should have just one nice one and then step-up rings, but one thing at a time. All right, so if we open this up, you see it's empty. Well, kind of empty. So I have windscreen dead cat for the microphone for the Deity D3. My microphone is a Deity D3. I also have a Manfrotto Pixie. This tripod is amazing. I love it. I mean, it fits in a bag, and also anytime you just need a quick setup, this works. It's built really, really well, and also the head tilts in any direction and it'll hold it there, which is great for vlogging. You just pop it into an angle and then all of a sudden you've got a great little handle for your camera. Now, I've been shooting film. For the last, I don't know, few months now. And I stole my dad's Nikon here. So I carry around a Nikon F2, and I shoot with 800 speed Kodak Portra. I really enjoy shooting film. It's a different, unique challenge. There's a quality to shooting film that you just don't really get when you're shooting digital. In this back pocket here, we have the spare DJI batteries, and then also I carry around the Polar Pro ND filters. I have the 4, the 8, and the 16. The 16 basically lives on the drone. Whenever you're shooting in broad daylight, it needs maximum ND. The only time I use the 4 or the 8 is sunsets and cloudy days, and otherwise it's the 16, and so the 16 basically lives on the drone. And in this pocket, I have a 25 millimeter Lumix lens. This is the Nifty 50 for the Micro Four Thirds Lumix lineup. I think this thing is like $150, brand new, and you can buy these used for under $100. They're so great. f1.7, wide open. You produce some real high quality B-roll and bokeh. I've actually been using the Nikon lenses for my B-roll though recently. Like B-roll you see on this channel from my last few videos are all shot with the Nikon lenses. Like this lens here, this lens that you see on the F2 right now is a 50mm f1.2, which is just, I mean, it's gotta be one of my favorite lenses I've ever worked with. And then this is the other lens, is an 85mm f2. I have a Micro Four Thirds to Nikon f mount adapter. It's manual focus, so you gotta learn how to rack focus pretty well. I basically love shooting all of my B-roll on a 50mm. On this Nikon 50mm, it's just great. Now, for the most fun part, I'm gonna talk about the camera that I use and the lens that I travel around with. So, I shoot on a Lumix G85, that's what's filming me right now, that's what you're watching me on, hello. And the lens on there is the Lumix 12-60 3.5 to 5.6. This 12-60 is an amazing lens. It takes advantage of the dual image stabilization system that Lumix has. So the image stabilization built into the lens lines up with the image stabilization built into the camera of the body, creating some of the most stable footage you'll ever see while walking on a DSLR body. It's just unbelievable. I vlogged a little bit on a Canon M50 for a while. I rented that out when I was thinking about buying a camera, and then tried this, and there was no comparison. I can't stand it when videos shake, and this helps fight that to an insane degree. All right, so that is everything I carry around in my camera bag. That's all the stuff I use to produce the videos I make. Now I do want to add a 360 cam. I've been thinking about the Insta360 I've just been super happy with everything I've seen from it. And 360 video is just cool, and it adds a new element to video. I hope this video was fun. If you're a gearhead like me, I hope you enjoyed seeing the stuff that I carry around on a day-to-day basis and the things that I use when I'm traveling or going off to different gigs. If there's a piece of kit that you want to talk about, feel free to start a discussion in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.